Good morning, rugby fans. We welcome you into Chicago, Illinois, the Lamont, Illinois to be specific, here for the Blaze Rugby Complex. I'm Tim Wilkes, joined by Katie Charette, and we are here for the 2026 Thunderbirds Cup. It's been a great weekend of rugby, Friday through Sunday. 4 pitches in action live at the Chicago Blaze Complex. It's been a fun one. Let's first take a look at Michigan taking on Allegheny, and for Michigan, the women go across the front row: Bassett, Evans, and Van Dyke. The 2 locks, Sincata and Kettler. Haley Hammer Kettler there, number 5. The flankers, Bard and Ladouce. Bensel, the number 8 on the back line. Stephanie Stanton running the show from the scrum half position. Emma Pete Shemek at the fly half. Center combination, Peeler and Kangas Dick. And on the outside, Salter Sheridan along with Castillo as well. And on the back end, Megan Bird running the show from the fullback position. Look over to the Allegheny side. Again, both these teams lost yesterday. Let's take a closer look, Katie.
And we have Allegheny, and we have starting at prop, we have number 17, Jordan Wild. We have number 2, Amy Nguyen, and number 3, Kat McKenna. 4, Alyssa Lombardi. 5, Angel Emma Ballou. 6, Lauren Covey. 5, I apologize, number 6, Christine Shea. 8, Erica Steele. 8 is playing number 26 today. We have Jess Brown. At number 10, we have number 12, Ronnie, I apologize, number 24 at wing, Ronnie Mariano. We have at number 12, Dana Morganti. We have number 13, Chris Rowan. We have number 14, Alicia Deo. 15, Ciara Patinos. And that rounds up our Allegheny roster.
Yeah, we're waiting for the TV.
Again, both these squads, difficult times yesterday afternoon, both with losses under their belts. Carfu had a strong team yesterday, and unfortunately, Allegheny not able to come back and win that one. Had a couple of tries on the board, did Allegheny, so keep an eye out for Chris Rohan, number 13, and Ciara Patinos, the fullback. Both had a couple of sparks for their squad. Again, we thank you for joining us here live from the Blaze Rugby Complex. Starting things off here with Allegheny in the green jerseys.
Charge down, plan.
Taking on Michigan in the pink and baby blue.
Now we have
Thank you for joining us wherever in the country you may be watching. Obstruction here to start this one off. A couple of kicks get banged around both ways, and Michigan will take this one and have possible at attacking line out here. Into touch it goes, and we'll set up our first line out of the match. 5 meters out already for Michigan.
Wayne, I'm going to take the back of the line here. Make sure he goes 5 for me, please. Thank you. You guys, they're 5. Use the line. I'm always going to give you the center, so you're going to be half a meter off, okay? Okay. You have your pillar up here? Where's your...
And we are straight into a line out, and it will be Michigan's throw.
Able to bring this one down. Up high there through Bensel. Now we'll get it here to the near side. Dummy pass, trying to come around, little east and west action around the corner. Lauren Peeler takes it into contact, 7 meters out. Stanton keeps the phases rolling. Here comes Bard. 5 meters away. Good stuff here in the early goings from Michigan. Again, held scoreless yesterday, but that player right there was fantastic. That's Arian Kangas Dick. She was tremendous yesterday. A very fiery player out there at number 17. Spin this one over to the left-hand side. Group of forwards there in the center, but a great tackle coming in. That was Jess Brown for Allegheny, stifling the attack on the outside. Again, into contact, not a lot of room out there. They'll try to use the forward. Bree Bassett.
No roll, no more rolls, no more rolls.
Grand Rapids Growlers gets them a little closer, 2 meters away now. Katrina Bard could not get it either, knocked it on, and the defensive stand for Allegheny here in the first couple minutes.
Allegheny, you got to work on getting a little bit lower as you're hedging your bets on your tackles, okay?
And what worked from Michigan right now as they're getting down the field, they're very close to the try line right now. They need to capitalize on this opportunity if they want to get some points on the board. Very close to the try line. Let's see if they can get it across and get us the first points on the board.
Coach! 9! Set!
First scrum of the match put in here for Kate Liebren.
Stay bound in, stay bound in! Advantage, number
Strong
6, unbound.
Platform to work from. Try to find some space off to the right. Good inside step there to break the gain line.
Stay low, just stay there, Fancy.
Now
Now
a little bit
offside,
of pressure.
second
Let's see if
advantage,
they
offside 17.
continue. Off to the right-hand side there. Great work. I believe that was Kangas Dick that was able to come up and make the tackle, slow things down, but a penalty advantage was on.
Okay, unbound at the
Listen
scrum,
in.
we're offside 17 here. Okay, yep. Number 17,
Couple
offside.
of options there, Katie. So they choose the
Back down,
penalty.
another big step,
A little
please,
too
Michigan,
aggressive
another
was
big
Michigan
step,
offsides.
That will be unfortunate for them. Let's see Allegheny take advantage of this opportunity to get it out of their half. And they are kicking it. It will go out. And see if they can keep moving it down the field. They're going to want to capitalize on this opportunity.
Did someone kick us one of the balls there?
In both these
Will
teams
be-
with 80 minutes under their belts from yesterday.
Okay, here we go, they got it, we got it.
This one goes out into the woods. We'll collect this one. We have plenty more rugby coming your way. 3
we go.
matches today here on Field 2.
It looks like a beautiful day in the Midwest. Beautiful day for rugby.
Tackle.
Yesterday had that wind
Sorry,
picking
not
up a
advantage,
little
sorry.
bit in the afternoon, cranking up over 15 miles an hour, but it is a perfect morning here in the
Advantage
60s
over.
in Chicago, Illinois. Kick up over the top, and the chase is on the outside. Aria Castillo
Goal line drop.
puts a little pressure on the back line there for Allegheny, and eventually they touch it down. Good work covering the pitch there. That was Ronnie Mariano able to dot it down, and it'll be a goal line drop here for Allegheny, still fighting inside their own 22.
Make sure you're behind your kicker, please. Make sure you're behind the kicker. I know she's probably coming up, but
Definitely. That was great work by Michigan, but also great work by Allegheny getting that ball and touching it down. And, oh, here we go. Number 14 catches that return.
Castillo with it again, and they'll spin it the entire width of the pitch. Great job with the use of hands. Salter Sheridan finds the final player out there on the outside. They're able to crack into the 22-meter line. And back to
he's on
Bassett.
that lift. Thank you. Now release 5.
Charges back in. Slow things down a bit. 5 minutes into this match. Still no score. Here comes Shemek. Quick pass.
Marco,
You see
release
that
green.
defensive line right into the teeth there. They're able to rip it out of there, but not a full release given that time. So good effort to go in for the poach, but they get dinged.
Post. Post.
That will be tough for them. But it looks like Michigan is still keeping a hold of that ball. But they do need to capitalize on these opportunities as they're in their opposition's half. We want to see some points on the board. Let's see what Michigan can make of this right now, and if they can keep it in their opposition's half.
I like the aggressiveness on the defensive end there for Allegheny, but again, when that player is tackled, their knees go to deck, they hit the floor. You got to make sure you fully release, even if you're just assisting in the tackle. That time went straight for the ball. Never a full release. Easy penalty for our referee, Tom Foley. This kick
22.
off the mark to the left, no good. Goes all the way out the back, so we'll have a 22-meter drop to restart
22 drop,
play here
22
for
drop.
Allegheny.
It's coming.
And this will be good news for Allegheny. And
No charge, no yet.
they're going to want to get this out of their half. We have not seen them in their opposition's half yet. They have been working strong on defense, clearly, as Michigan has not been able to put any points on the board quite yet. So I want to see Allegheny get in their opposition's half.
Strong kick there from Stanton. Brings him back towards the midfield stripe, but a couple of nice moves have them inching closer. A huge collision, 2 green jerseys on the deck. And referee Foley is just going to slow this one down. I think that's Lauren Peeler. Couldn't see the other number as well. Friendly fire, Katie, but definitely seeing the intensity here in the early moments.
Oh, that's very intense. I felt that hit from here. And looks like, oh, what a hit. Could have been a little high, but unfortunately, Allegheny's 2 players collided. I hope that will be okay. Looks like they're just taking a moment to take a breather. Luckily, they do have a full side of replacements. I'm sure every single player on this team, both teams, have it in them to get things running. As someone who's been on the replacements list, it's supporting your team. It's being ready for when that time comes to get your spot on the field. Sometimes it's not until the last 5 minutes, and sometimes it's in the first 7 minutes. Your job as a replacement is to be ready when your time is called, whenever that is.
Hit suddenly.
It does look like they will make a substitution or at least get a head injury check. That was number 5, Angel Mbamalu. Steps off the pitch, but you mentioned it. That was a crunching tackle, got just under the shoulder. Saw that a couple extra times. It was close. But definitely got to make sure she brings those down a bit. Hopefully she will be able to return. And usually can get a 10-minute head injury check, but on this level might be done for the day, but hopefully we do see a return. Restart things. It'll be the Michigan women with the put into the scrum. Able to pull it out of there. Back through Stanton. Get the charge running. Shemek continues it. Good use of hands all the way to the outside. Shooting defense comes up and plays a little havoc with it. But Allegheny's able to get their hands on the ball. They had 2 jerseys right there ready to rip it out. Great work on that action. Morgante and Patinos both right there to rip it out.
You can feel the excitement and the tempo from both sides. Allegheny they're trying. Both teams are trying very hard, but Allegheny's defense has been great. We don't see any points on the board yet from either team. They're both working very hard. Michigan has mostly been on the offense, but Allegheny is holding strong on their defense, and they will take the throw-in right now.
Michigan yesterday, again, it was a blowout loss to an extremely tough Minnesota squad that they came in here ready to play. Allegheny now with it, trying to match things. 8 minutes into this match, no full breakthrough until now. Here's one on the outside. It's Rohan. She had a try yesterday, and Chris Rohan out of the Rochester Renegades will put the first points up on the board. Try scored on the outside, 5-0 Allegheny.
Wow, that was a great try. I'm very happy to see some points on the board. They've been working really hard defensively, and they were able to turn it over very quickly on the offensive side and get those 5 points. Chris Rohan, great work yesterday too. Quick ball out from that 9 to the 10. Quick steps, and she's just able to break through. She saw that opening, and another side step. She was able to get through quite a few players right there. Couldn't quite get it through the middle, but she's still able to touch it down and get those 5 points. That will be a great momentum shift for them. A big big confidence builder for them to keep going. Love to see those points on the board.
Kick just off the mark, no good, but again, great work from Chris Rohan, the 9th year she's been playing rugby, the 29-year-old out of the Rochester Institute of Technology, former soccer player, so you see the wheels on the outside. Again, had a try very similar to that yesterday, not quite as long as this one, 60 meters in the books, and was really the breakout that we have been looking for. It was all Allegheny on the defensive end, and really, Katie, I think that was the first time we had full possession here back on Michigan's half of the pitch.
Yeah, it was, and Allegheny took great advantage of that opportunity, and those are the things that you need to see, and I'm sure that will up their confidence.
First lead of the weekend for sure. We'll give a little boost of energy as we're 10 minutes into this match. A solid kick, found that green grass. Got to make sure on these restarts you're trying to catch that up in the air. Never know what the bounce of the rugby ball is going to do. This time into touch and puts Allegheny back in the pressure situation here. Great work on the line out, but just a little off the mark. Not straight, says our referee, Tom Foley, and an option coming for Michigan. They choose the scrum, and so we'll have, I believe, our second scrum of the match first put in for Michigan.
And Michigan is in their opposition's half again. They've had most of the possession on the offense, although Allegheny was able to put the points on the board offensively, but Michigan has mostly had the possession in the offensive side.
Allegheny with a huge surge there, making it difficult on the back end for Stanton, but they're able to get it out of there. Far side of the pitch now. Here comes Aaron Kangas-Dick into the 22-meter line and around the edge. Dragon defenders all the way to the try zone, in for the score. What an excellent try on the outside. Aaron Kangas-Dick out of the Grand Rapids Growlers.
That was a great try. You could see that power coming from her. She was determined, and she got through. That was wonderful to see Michigan get those points on the board. 17, Natalie Piper-Vick right there. And we'll watch that again as they quickly feed the ball through the scrum. Quickly bring it down the line. And look at that power right there. Stiff arm. She breaks through quite a few tacklers right there and just speeds down the line to touch it down. You could see that power, that will, and determination from that 17 on Michigan.
Another very long kick. This one does not go through, so a big-time response there for Michigan as they're able to get on the board and tie this one up at 5 apiece. Again, both these teams playing for pride, trying to show what they can do, possibly get on the Thunderbirds roster for this year. Great to see all these athletes on display this weekend, and we thank you for joining us wherever you may be watching.
And rugby is such a great, wonderful community, and everyone here, I'm sure, shares that same love. And see that kick just goes a little bit short, but it is going to be called as a knock on, it looks like.
You have to capitalize.
Make sure that one goes past the 10-meter line. It crept forward, and they just couldn't corral it cleanly there. So after the knock on, we'll have another scrum. It was interesting to see the power that Allegheny possessed on that last pop. See if they can present a nice stable platform to work from as they try to respond, as this one's knotted back up at 5 apiece.
Yes, this is exciting. I can feel the tempo and the excitement coming from both teams. It's making me very excited as well.
Brown gets the action started. Tries to delay this one, but that one ended up going forwards. And As a former pack player myself, always a little bit of a kill shot there. You get it out to the back line and a quick knock on. So they'll have to regroup here after the turnover. We'll take another look, Katie.
Here we go. It goes down line quick and just falls short of number 13's hands. That's going to be tough. As a backline player, I can feel that excitement, and just unfortunate when you just miss it.
And rugby shows how important the center combination is, but it's always tough when newly found teammates coming in and trying to cobble together a squad. Right, we'll see if they can patch that up as we go, but that kick does find touch. It'll set up a Michigan line out here in the 16th minute of the match. Excuse me, it will be Allegheny as they step up and try to put this one through and restart play off the set piece. Through coming from Carlin Evans. Deep one, and it's corralled out the back. Bobbled around a bit, but finally the ladies in green take this one into contact.
No, release!
Strong tackle there. That was Morgante getting into the action on the defensive end. Here for Allegheny on the near side. Struggle for it. Castillo gets taken to deck, and they'll rip it out of there back through Stanton.
That was kicked. Play on. That's fine. That was kicked.
That was Liebran there, and this one's going to be stolen away. Here come Michigan, looking for another response. Already tied this one up. Center of the pitch. Take this one into contact. Here to the right-hand side. Haley Hammer-Kettler just couldn't hang on to it. And so a knock-on will slow this one back down. Very even match with both these squads showing that they can be potent on the outsides.
This is exciting, and unfortunately both teams yesterday had two tough losses, but that means that both teams right now seem like they're really pretty evenly matched, which is exciting. It's hard to come off disappointing losses, but when you have a little bit even competition between both teams, that makes it a lot more fun and exciting for both teams and the fans.
Try another one here on the right-hand side. That's Morgante. Has this one deflected backwards. Have to take it into contact and regroup.
Play on, she released.
Release there, says Mr. Foley, our referee. There's the kick up over the top, the box kick coming there from Liebran. Out of the Pittsburgh Forge, chases it herself as well, but it's scooped up in the back. Clean take.
No, we're good.
Bird. She'll bring it into contact, still ball in play, and eventually they are driven out into touch. The winger out there gets it done with a strong tackle there from Dost. Allegheny with the quick throw. Trying to amp up the level of play here. It's ripped out of there. Never a full release given. And so it'll be, it'll be Healer getting dinged with the penalty.
Took it right out of her own player's hand and threw it in. Your player did not touch. Nobody touched it.
And in rugby, it's quite different from a lot of other sports where there's a lot of communication from the referees, and rugby is a sport of camaraderie and lots of communication, and the ref really controls the tempo, but it's a lot about respect too and listening to the referee, and it seems like both teams are doing that, and
stay back. Now you
Gwen
can come.
with the throw hits her target, Alyssa Lombardi. Working with the driving maul. They're out the back. Here comes Nguyen. Offload. Keeps things moving here for the ladies in green. Center of the pitch. Finally taken to deck. Chris Rohan, the try scorer. Couldn't get any further, and they're somehow able to scoop this one out of there and keep things moving. Into contact. Vidakovic. The penalty's going to be earned, as you see the body positioning there for the ladies in green, off their feet, on their hands, leaning forward, not keeping their body weight, so they get dinged for the penalty.
That's going to be a tough run right there. They were getting close and to their opposition's 22, but couldn't quite make it, couldn't quite capitalize on that. And Michigan was able to take advantage of that penalty and kick it out down the line, as Michigan will get to the line-out throw.
Saw there the Allegheny player just fully on top, leaning forward onto her hands. Got to make sure you keep your body weight up under your own power. This time down the center it goes. Knocks off a couple of hands there as Kettler was able to bring this one back to Michigan. Strong counter ruck. Slows it down a little bit, but they're going to try and find some space here on the near side. Kick up over the top. First time we've seen that approach again here from Michigan. Last one trickled all the way out. This time they're just going to have to put this one back over. The kicking game is on. Back here for Michigan. Scooped up by Megan Bird. Nice offload before the tackle, and here's the try score. Erin Kangas-Dick again over that 10-meter line. Releases, tries to get back up to her feet, but too much pressure there. Spin it to the outside. Good use of hands. Big time collision coming in from Bree Bassett. Strong defense from Allegheny, not letting them break the gain line too much there. Again, flat-footed rugby from Michigan, and they'll again try the kick back to the near side. Taken clean, little one-on-one. And a great movement there to get around the corner for Allegheny.
She got to her feet. I'm okay with that.
Mariano, and they have secured possession. 25 meters out from their own try line. Get this one out. Got to make sure it stays in. But we had an offsides penalty on. Advantage is not gained, and so we'll have a penalty kick back to Allegheny.
And this is, I hope that Allegheny takes advantage of this opportunity right there. Quick words with the ref. They're going to opt for a scrum right now. And Allegheny scrum has been pretty strong. Listening to the ref, have some communication between both teams to make it a safe scrum. We always want safety in rugby, and the ref really controls that as they set up for the scrum. It will be Allegheny's number 9 scrum half, Kate LeBrun, as she feeds it in.
Stay bound in there, stay bound in.
Brun gets it in and out quickly. The outside to Brown. Good use of hands, fullback filters in. Patinos with an extra pass to the outside to Doust. They're able to just pick and go, put this one into contact, but a huge surge there from the defense sends them out into touch, and it'll be a turnover, line out back to Michigan.
And we'll see that replay again. Quick speed from that Allegheny winger, number 14, and Alencia Doust. She has some wheels on her, but unfortunately, it will go back to Michigan.
They're able to somehow pop this one back to their side, and the ladies in baby blue and pink with the charge again up over the top. Testing this back line time and time again now with the boot. Ciara Patinos thought that was going all the way into the end goal. Just has to make something out of nothing here. Finally able to get that kick up over the top and relieve a little bit of pressure. But I think Katie, Michigan's found a little bit of a strategy here, just trying to keep them penned in with the boot.
They are, and they have been working that, and I think it's working out for them. As someone who's played fullback for a very long time, there's pressure when there's a lot of loose balls being kicked to you, and you have that pressure to capitalize on those kicks. And we saw Allegheny's quick thinking from their fullback to kick it out. She needed to do something with it. She did. But
play the knock on
Michigan has been putting the pressure on Allegheny, and they have been taking advantage of those kicks.
Come here.
That one knocked on in the line out by Allegheny. Just tapped it forward there, and no full advantage gained as Michigan was going the wrong direction. And as we sit with 15 minutes left to play, a stalemate here, 5-5 to your score. We're in this evenly matched Cup Consolation. Here in the 2026 Thunderbird Cup. Put in here for Michigan as they look to take the lead. Stephanie Stanton gets a return pass, and then banging in the center of the pitch is Erin Kangas-Dick, already with one try. Surges forwards, 10 meters away now for Michigan. They got numbers on the outside. A little bit of a delay there in moving it across the hands.
Stay where you are, 15. Stay where you are, 15. You're good.
Now,
that's fine. Play on.
Look to regroup. A nice catch to get in there, and it looked like they were going to be able to save it there through Emma Piepshemek, but just lost it on the return pass. That one went forward. And so an opportunity now again for Allegheny to try to work something out of their own 22 here off the scrum.
For sure, and you can feel the excitement when they get into their opposition's half. It is exciting, but they need to clean it up a little bit on those little mistakes. These little mistakes are very key right now. As you can see, Allegheny was able to get the ball back for this scrum. And both teams have to watch the little mistakes, but the opposition takes advantage of those opportunities.
Tackle, release.
Patino's, she had a try yesterday off of a kick and chase. This time she forces the penalty, and Michigan has to absorb this contact off the quick tap as they surge straight into the teeth of the defense. They'll try to find some space there on the far side. Taken down to deck there. That was Christine Shea. Excuse me, that was Erica Steele. Couldn't find the gap on the outside. We're going to play the knock-on from Michigan. Allegheny put into the scrum.
And we have had quite a few scrums today. I'm sure those forwards are getting a little tired as we head into the 27th minute. I have not been in the pack, but I have for sure much appreciation for those forwards. They're
putting in the work today.
Of that team.
Allegheny had the early surge in the scrum, but this time Michigan backs their ladies up front, and they are able to push through, but unable to get the ball out of there. Allegheny going to try and find some space here on the near side. They'll use the boot themselves. Try to send Michigan retreating there. Megan Bird's able to scoop this one up. This one will trickle across on the return kick. Nice take for Allegheny, and it's a high tackle that's going to send Michigan back immediately.
Ooh, that's going to be a tough one for Michigan. It was pretty clear that was a high tackle. It's those little mistakes that they need to clean up. It's exciting. They're both tied. They both want more points on the board. We'll watch that replay again. It was a quick rubber kick that was collected by Allegheny, but yes, that was a clear high tackle. You can see her arm wrap around her neck, and she was forced down. That's going to be a tough one. We'll opt for a line out right here, and it will go to Allegheny as they're in their opposition's half. Let's see if we can see some more points on the board.
Haven't spent much time down here in enemy territory just yet. That one's straight enough, says our referee Foley, and Allegheny are able to scoop this one off the deck and look to charge. Big time collision in the center of the pitch, though, from Lauren Peeler. Sends them retreating back into their own end. Ooh, quick pass just before the shove comes through, and it's a breakaway on the outside for Allegheny again. Chris Rohan with her second big line break of the match, and now the Bears look to charge just outside the 22-meter line. They did not release, and Michigan gets the turnover.
Right there, right where you are.
That was an exciting play right there. Michigan is going to take advantage of this opportunity. Looks like they're going to try to kick it down the line to get some more meters gained, try to get into their opposition's half. It will be a line out. Look at that feet on number 13, but nice, great, powerful tackle on Michigan's end.
About 10 minutes.
Watch that ruck. Great power from both sides of the both sides of each team. I love to see they're both pretty evenly matched right now, as we're still at 5-5. But I guess, like we talked about before, they both had tough matches yesterday. But it's really nice to see two teams
Michigan
that
flankers.
are a little more evenly
Michigan,
matched.
6 and 7.
Makes
6 and
for
7. Make sure you're staying
a lot more
bound
fun
until
for
that
both
ball's out.
sides.
Okay, you got one. You were close on that one.
Competition gets a little increased as they're both a little more evenly matched. Can feel the excitement. I can feel it from here, all the way from New Hampshire.
Shoulders,
but wonderful day for rugby in the Midwest. And this seems like a great matchup right now. I'm very excited to see the outcome of this as we head into the 30th minute.
Allegheny with ball in hand now. Beautiful little return pass off of the scrum. And here's some space on the outside. Little bit of a line break there for Patinos. Lost it forward, though. Could not complete the action. Got to give a shout out to Allegheny. They've done so well off the back of this scrum. Let's take another look, Katie.
Fed in through their scrum half, number 9. Quick out by 10. Okay. Nice little blocker play right there. Back to 10, back to 15. And look at the wheels on her. She's a speedster. And quick ankle tap by Michigan to get 15 of Allegheny down. Great defensive work by Michigan, but I love to see the offensive side on Allegheny. Number 15, Allegheny. Fullback Sierra Patino. She has some quick legs on her. She's able to move around, but the last minute defense with the ankle tap, that's always a useful tool.
Hold blue.
Kick up over the top, a great clearance kick there for Michigan as they push this one back out towards midfield. Give a quick shout out, fly half Emma Shemet. Therefore, Michigan made a try-saving tackle earlier. Again, we keep calling Erin Kangastik, number 17, for Michigan. She has been tremendous in this one. We saw a couple of big hits, a couple of big runs. One thing she always brings is the intensity. Yesterday, again, things weren't going their way. The referee didn't appreciate the intensity quite as much there. Number 17, always a force to be reckoned with, and good to see her out on the pitch making it happen. Line out here coming for Allegheny. Able to bring this one down, gets tapped back. They're able to secure possession out of it.
Scrum advantage.
Good work from Lombardi to be able to secure it. And now a little too aggressive were Michigan. They get dinged for the offsides, and they'll get sent back 10.
And there's a lot of excitement right here. Pressure building up from both sides. And Allegheny will take the kick to try to get it down the line more. We've seen Allegheny a little bit more in their opposition's half. In the first 20 minutes of the game, Michigan had the offensive hand, but Allegheny has picked it up on the offensive side, and they will take the line out throw-in right now. As they're in the opposition's half, and I'm excited to see what they can make of this.
A much better last 10 minutes of action here for Allegheny. Third or fourth time they've gotten inside enemy territory, and now there's space on the far side of the pitch. Morgante with the dish finds the target, Ciara Patinos. We've seen that burst of speed from her, and now it passes in with the try. Great work from Allegheny Rugby Union as they take the lead for the second time in the match.
Great work right there by 15 Sierra Patinos on Allegheny. That was awesome to see. It was started right there by the line out. Quick tap off by Allegheny's jumper. Number 12, she was able to get around a few people. 15, Ciara Patinos. She has those long legs on her, and Michigan just weren't there to get her down. Great work right there. You can see the excitement on Allegheny, and Ciara Patinos will take her own conversion. The conversion is good.
Through and gives her team a 7-point lead, all off of her work. A great option as always. As again, yesterday, we saw her score a try and finally take one in against Carfu. Kick up over the top, and we've seen her with the boot, and now getting it done with the speed on the outside. And again, they were knocking on the door there for quite a while, Katie, and finally got the breakthrough they needed. And second time they have secured the lead.
Yes, Ciara Patinos. She has some pretty cool info. She was a 2017 NISCRO Sevens national champion. And her favorite rugby player is Ruby Tui, who is one of mine. Ruby Tui, such an inspiration to a lot of women and men, but women especially. Ruby's such a great advocate, and that made me smile seeing Ruby's name on Ciara's favorite rugby player.
This one taken by Allegheny into touch, though. So a good turnover back for Michigan. 4 minutes left to play here in the first half of action. Still anybody's game in this one. We thank you for joining us wherever you may be watching. Be a line out here for the Michigan ladies.
Michigan's going to want to take advantage of this opportunity. Both teams were tied 5-5 for quite some time.
Put 6 in the line. Your receiver was in the line.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Numbers.
For Allegheny, Michigan will take advantage of this. They will get the kick right now. It will be taken by scrum half. Number 9 on Michigan. Number 9 scrum half Stephanie, nickname Rat Stanton. Nice tackle right there by Allegheny.
Good surge going there, and Bree Bassett takes it into contact. Allegheny a little too handsy in there. Tried to rip it out of there. Hands in the ruck, the call. So now another opportunity for Michigan to jut this one down the pitch. Stepping up to it will be Shemek again. She's been tremendous with the boot throughout this match. Again sets up Michigan with an opportunity. And here earlier in the match, I think it was about the 12th minute, we saw Allegheny score. Michigan responded within a couple minutes, and they're looking to duplicate that right now.
Ball's coming from far side over there.
That they did. There's been a lot of great kicking from Michigan's side. It looks like that is one of their strengths. And it's hard being on the defensive of getting those high balls, and Michigan has been able to use that as a strength.
Are you 5 or are you going to 4 now?
And that's
4. Okay.
That's a big confidence builder to be able to kick that ball and keep it on the offensive side. It for sure is a big confidence builder to get those kicks and be able to be successful with them.
Tackle.
2 minutes left to play. Michigan still ball in hand. Inside the 22-meter line, a pick and go. Surges them forward a little bit closer. Minute and a half away from the referee's whistle. Now Shemek. Thought about spinning it out, but the teeth of the defense there came up and grabbed her. Off to the right-hand side to Bird. Keeps things moving, but Allegheny's defense has been terrific in this one. And they were off their feet. Referee tried to talk them through it, but a penalty is going to be given there against Rohan.
That's tough. We'll watch play back. And we'll see right there. And their fullback right there, Ciara. She's trying her best to win that ball back, but unfortunately was off her feet. Look at that power from Michigan.
No hands. No, this has got to come
Van Dyke over the 22-meter line for Michigan. Still looking for that response they need in this match. High tackle coming in from Alyssa Lombardi, so a penalty advantage is on for Michigan.
On your advantage, 9. No, don't play the 9, 19. Don't play the 9.
15
Just feel
meters
out.
out.
Thank you.
Able to come through. This time listening to the referee's words and warning. Michigan Power Rugby Sorilla
High tackle,
takes
number
this
4.
one into contact, but we're going to come back to the previous high tackle. Michigan going to slow this one down. Now go for the quick tap. Here
Advantage,
comes
not 10.
Shemek. Tries to find some space on the right-hand side. Not 10 the call, so penalty advantage is on. Back into contact they come again, this time through Kettler. She gets inches away. Pick and go off the right, and it's Carmen Sincata. Dots it down and gives Michigan the response they needed to get right back into this match.
That was very exciting from Michigan. They took advantage of that high tackle penalty from Allegheny, and number 10, who's been strong on the kicking end, quick off through their fullback, and they have quick hands. It looks like they're great at communicating and feeling each other out as teammates, which is that synergy and chemistry that's really needed and important. And she's just able to jump over that try line. Big smile from number 5 on Michigan. And I apologize. That was our try scorer. And number 10 will take the kick on Michigan. Fly half Emma Peep, nickname Shemek. That conversion will not be good, but that was an exciting score for exciting try in those last few minutes, and it has been quite back and forth all game for these two teams. We are going into halftime with Allegheny 12, Michigan 10. Both teams have two tries on the board. Allegheny has 2 more points under their board with a successful conversion. But this has been an exciting match. I'm very excited for both teams. Pretty evenly matched and back and forth all game. They'll get a little rest up in halftime, and we will return after the halftime break.
Tell me about your experience with RCT so far.
Well, I think my experience can be best described as really fun and community bonding because I meet so many new people playing the sport I love.
I wrestle and I play football, and there's nothing like rugby. You know?
Yeah, everybody that I've ever met that tries rugby just comes to one practice has ended up liking it. And I asked her like what it was, and she said like full contact, like same rules, guys and girls, and I didn't believe her. And then she was like, oh, come out to our practices. And I did, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to play. And then I started playing. It was really fun.
I don't know, it's just a game that I love. It's pretty fun though, I don't know, I just love everything about it.
The laid-back atmosphere of it, we all be friends on the field and off the field.
Just the bond and the vibe from everybody is nice and builds like a lot of character.
You should play it. Play rugby. That's it.
Like how we can like beat out of each other in the game, but then we like come together after and we're just like shake hands.
What do you think that is? Why is that?
I personally think it's like, it's just, we're all one community, like it's one family. You all play rugby, it's just one family.
It's a sport.
Yeah,
because if you have to have respect for the person going after you because you work hard and they have to work just as hard after you.
So you say that respect is probably the greatest value you can gain out of this game?
By far.
Yeah.
By far.
It's great. We all love each other. We all like hanging out at these tournaments.
Just meeting so many new people and getting to know them is just amazing. And meeting so many new friends is definitely...
Nah, one word is family. Like you got people like you can depend on.
Probably my favorite part of playing rugby is like I can forget any problem I'm having at school or at home or just any kind of worry or burden and just like giving my all on the field.
And we all choose to come here. We don't have to be here, you know. It's just good fun coming out on a Sunday, playing, getting all together, and just great. All right, so yeah, I think it's the fact that we can play very hard, smack each other up, boom each other, and just eat good, and talk to and laugh with each other after.
So, one thing that rugby's done for you?
It's brought up a lot of my confidence. I wasn't very confident in middle school, and I knew that if I wanted to become a better player, I would have to bring up my game, which I did, and I've just become so much like a better person to myself. I see myself in such a bigger light, and I'm honestly so much happier playing rugby.
I ain't gonna lie, if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would like be around here, to be honest. So I guess family.
New York Rugby Club is a great community because they put you around great people such as Alex, my coach Alex, and he teaches me more about rugby, how I can make my game better every day and elevate it to the next.
Nah, but like, you feel me? But like, I bet, like, you know how the hood is, so you know, like, it's crazy, like around shooters and all that stuff. So it's just keeping me out from there, and then changing from like me got to worry about, oh, I can't walk here, instead of just changing my life and being positive and don't need to worry about anything that much.
I think people really underestimate women in sports. Like in my school, rugby, especially the girls' rugby, is really strong, and I don't think a lot of people expect that that women can have the sort of strength or like sort of drive that men can have in sports. And I mean, you can see today, like, it's pretty much even. Women want to, you know, have an outlet for physical contact or something to blow off steam just as much as men do. And they're just as physical, and we're just as, I guess, you can say aggressive as men can be, and we can be just as successful on the rugby field. So I think it just helped me learn that whatever a man can do, I can do it. It's no worries. I can do exactly what they can do.
Growing up in Mississippi, my prayer was, for as long as I can remember, God, use me. Use me, use this life. I don't know what the future holds for me, but I know that there is a vision for my life that is greater than my imagination can hold. Use me, use me. What would you have me to do? And that dream, that desire, that prayer brought me somehow to television.
And she's gonna learn that this life will hit you hard in the face, wait for you to get back up just so it can kick you in the stomach. But getting the wind knocked out of you is the only way to remind your lungs how much they like the taste of air.
If we want to give all of our children a foundation for their dreams and opportunities worthy of their promise, if we want to give them that sense of limitless possibility, that belief that here in America, there is always something better out there if you're willing to work for it, then we must work like never before.
You might never fail on the scale I did, but some failure in life is inevitable. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default.
Movements for peace when all seems lost. Together, I do believe it is part of the American mission to ensure that people everywhere, women and men alike, finally have the opportunity to live up to their own God-given potential.
It's huge. There's limitations. There's been greater limitations before my involvement, which has stopped some athletes from being able to chase their dreams and having to go and fulfill a 9-to-5 job just to live, really.
So in life, you know, there are moments when you stop and ask yourself, how did I get here? Like, why am I standing here? Girls have the power to change the world. It is a fact. There's a really, really beautiful quote that I read recently, and I think it's absolutely appropriate to explain what I'm trying to say today. The hand that rocks the cradle, the procreator, the mother of tomorrow, a woman shapes the destiny of civilization. Such is the tragic irony of fate that a beautiful creation such as a girl child is today one of the gravest concerns facing humanity.
Most girls are smart and strong and beautiful. Most girls work hard, go far, we are unstoppable. Most girls are fight to make every day. No two are the same. I wanna be like, I wanna be like.
So actually, before I started playing rugby, I was just a cheerleader for my high school, and I was very shy, nervous.
Welcome back to the 2026 Thunderbird Cup, presented to you by the Midwest Rugby Union. We've got Michigan and Allegheny here in the Women's Consolation Cup match. And so far, it's been a good one on hand. Michigan down 10-12, but both times in the first half when they were down a try, they were able to come back with the response just minutes later. Tim Wilkes joined up here in the booth by Katie Charette. And it was a good first half, Katie. And again, Michigan doing just enough to stay in this match.
Ooh, that will be a tough one as Michigan took that first kick, and it won't go 10 meters, so it will go to a scrum. Oh, that will be tough for them. It was the first touch in the beginning of the second half. That will be tough. Let's see if they can gain their confidence back. Again, they're down 10-12. Allegheny leading. It will be Allegheny scrum right here. Both teams are quite evenly matched. Exciting game. Exciting to see where this second half takes us.
Pull that foot back. Thank you.
Put in here for Allegheny is Kate LeBrun out of the Pittsburgh Forge. Gets it in, and the pop pass for the number 8. Turn out to the outside. The break is on for Allegheny. Great work to flip this one all the way outside to Pridgeon. 25 meters out now for Allegheny. Bit of space there as it's Waddle into the match as well, number 16, but it's ripped away.
Scrum advantage,
Here
Blue, scrum
come
advantage.
Michigan after the knock on, so scrum advantage being played. Spin this one out to the right-hand side through Shemek.
Advantage
Final
over.
pass finally finds its target. Advantage over off the scrum.
No hands, that's a rook.
Walter Sheridan pushes forward here for Michigan. Shrek has been phenomenal there from the fly half spot, directing the show throughout. A battle for it here, and Allegheny got their hands on it and earned the penalty. Great work there from Dana Morgante. Now the quick tap comes, and surging forward is Allegheny.
Stay low on that.
Big time tackles. Erica Steele has to retreat a little bit and knocked it on in the process. So here, just a couple minutes in, both teams showing the fight in this highly contested cup consolation.
It is very highly contested right now. And as we go into the scrum, it will be Michigan scrum. They're very powerful, Michigan. They're strong, powerful. They're pretty disciplined.
Okay, let's sort this out. Let's sort it out here. Okay.
You're going to break in that scrum right now to get some safety right there. You want a scrum to be safe, clean.
make sure you're pulling that
There's
foot
been
out.
a lot of scrums today. The forwards are working very hard. I give all the credit to those forwards right there. It's not easy to be in that scrum. I wouldn't know, but I have a lot of respect for them.
Stephanie Stanton sends this one in, but a lot of movement there. on both sides, and looks like we'll just reset this one possibly.
That rotated the 90 prior to going down, so we're just going to have it again back in blue, okay? Okay.
We'll hear from
our
the
rep.
sir.
Foley laying down the law in there, just making sure that everything's stable. In a lot of situations, starts to move, starts to spin a little bit. Sometimes you just got to make sure safety is the priority in there. So we'll reset this one. Another opportunity for Michigan.
Set.
Again, 0 for 2 on the conversions. Just the one conversion kick back for Allegheny earlier is what separates us here in the second half. Return pass comes back to Shemek. She slams into contact, offload as she has a player draped on her. She's able to keep things moving, and Michigan still ball in hand. Back to Shemek. Center of the pitch now. Bensel takes it into contact. We saw a lot of kicking in the first half for Michigan. Haven't gone with that strategy so far in the second.
I'll get out of your way.
Strong work there from Stanton, getting it over the top of Foley, our referee.
Stay down, son.
Showing off the nimbility out there. Now they'll spin it off to the right-hand side again, but Allegheny coming right up in front, making contact in front of the game line, but a beautiful surge there for Michigan. Sends him back over. That was Cirilla with the take. Off to the right-hand side. Beautiful little pass, finds his target. They're out of nowhere, and Castillo marches him forward down the sideline. Ripped away, but illegally so. Hands in the ruck, and it'll be Patinos getting dinged with the penalty.
That's a tough one right there, but she had great work coming down that line. You see the connection with Michigan right there is a quick pass off to number 14 Castillo in that wing.
15, hands in.
That's unfortunate, hands in the ruck. It will be a penalty, and Michigan will have that opportunity.
It would have been a little hard done on that one. Patinos got to it. But one of those situations where the player running into contact, that was Castillo, just kind of laid on top of it almost, putting it underneath her body. She bridged over it, made it almost impossible there for Patinos to be able to get to it. Hard done there, but now Michigan trying to make something happen off of it, but another knock-on will stifle the attack. So Michigan has looked like the more forceful team here in the second half, but a couple mistakes with the turnover now.
Yeah, they just need to slow it down just a bit. Take a breather and play their rugby. Play their clean rugby. They're strong, they're powerful, but they do need to just slow it down for a minute. Take their time so they can fix those little mistakes that are very important. Allegheny is taking advantage of those right now as they have the scrum.
Big surge coming in from Michigan, and they're just barely able to pull it out of there through Libran. And now there's space around the corner through Patinos. Beautiful little offload, keeps things moving. On the outside, Burner looking to make it happen. Ronnie Mariano is going to take this one the distance. First try of the second half coming in for Allegheny.
That was very exciting to watch from Allegheny. They took advantage of the mistakes on Michigan, and you can see the excitement from Ronnie Mariano, and we'll watch that again right there. They were in their own half, and they were able to quickly get it out. Their 15 very fast legs, and another fast speedster right there from Mariano. And she's wide open right there. She was able to get past Michigan's defense and touch it down. Very exciting right there. What an even match right here. Exciting. And number 15, Allegheny, I apologize, will take the kick. Megan, apologize. Ciara Patinos, we've heard that name a lot. The try is good. I mean, apologize. Conversion is good.
Patinos has really been the standout here for Allegheny. She had the try early on, had one yesterday with the chip kick. had the 2 conversions up on the board as well.
Heads up behind you.
So great job as she has put 14 points up there all by herself. Had that last assist and a beautiful little game break to the outside. Again, Ronnie Mariano out of Rochester brings it home. And so far, a great job from Trevor Richards, the head coach out there for Allegheny, has really brought this squad together and put together a nice little day 2. Maybe some hardware coming home for the ladies from Allegheny. This one going to be taken by Allegheny, up by 9. This is where Michigan's going to have to really crank up things on the defensive end. They spent a lot of time pressuring Allegheny deep in their own end early in the first half. Here in the last few, they've had a much easier time breaking the gain line. Leah Palmisano tests herself on the outside, but got a little bit stranded.
Playing the 9. Number 11 playing the 9.
Will have a penalty. Michigan gets dinged with it. That's Salter Sheridan, winger on the outside, called for the penalty. She'll stab this one into touch, but it does not find it. We'll look for a little bit of space. There's a kick up over the top here for Shemek, and there is some space on the outside. Picked up here.
Keep retreating, no, 19, 19, get out of there.
Yes. Just making sure everybody is onsides. There's Foley. Into contact they come through Megan Bird. Big time collision though, as Dana Morgante was ready to lay the boom. Center of the pitch. Another hard charging run.
You're off your feet,
Emily
Green.
Van Dyke getting into the contact. Again, last 2 times Allegheny scored, Michigan responded within a few minutes, looking to replicate that yet again. Castillo on the outside. Great little cutback. Keep the ball in play, and nobody is ready to bring her down. Takes 4 different players to take down Ariana Castillo. Center of the pitch now. Talmott, dragging defenders, stepping through. Great effort here from the Michigan women. Goes here out to the outside, and they'll just take it straight through the teeth of the defense. That's Kettler with the offload. Gets it to Bensel.
No hands, no.
1 meter out now for Michigan.
Yeah, but 22, you're down over.
The penalty is going to be called against them, though. And it's going to be Cirilla that gets dinged off her feet, and an opportunity to relieve pressure for Allegheny.
Take step, Michigan.
That's tough. Michigan was so close to getting it over right there, but that pressure got to them. Allegheny's been tough on defense, and they're proving that right there. Michigan has been great on the offense, but like I said, Allegheny's defense has really been stepping up and proving as a very big strength.
There's a try-saving tackle there by number 21, Leah Palmisano. From behind, ripped her down. Just got to give a shout-out there on the Michigan side. Big number 5 lock, Haley Hammer Kettler.
You happy with that, Dan?
Almost had the assist that time. She had one earlier in the day with that lock combination. She has been terrific, rumbling through the teeth of the defense, and great with those offloads. Now it's Allegheny with it. They'll spin it to the left-hand side. Jess Brown with the nice pass over there to Patinos. Michigan's more than ready to respond on the defensive end. Aaron Pass has them retreating now. Great work by Peeler to come up and make that tackle and force them to lose a good 10 meters in the last phase. Another strong tackle. That was Kettler, the Hammer, again with it, as they are deeply pinned inside their own end, but I think they might have been a little too aggressive. Offsides the call as Cirilla gets dinged with the penalty.
Tough one right there for Michigan. Allegheny will have the penalty on their side, and they'll take a minute right there to have a breather. They're talking strategy. They don't want to take too long because Michigan's getting set up. You can see their tight defensive line.
They've got plenty of runners here in this deep line. for Allegheny, but good effort on the outside for Michigan to slow that one down. Contact, back center of the pitch here for Allegheny. Christine
He's first
Shea
there, that's fine.
takes it
Release
in,
now,
but it's
Green.
ripped away. Michigan back with the ball in hand. Still looking for that response, down by 9.
That's a rock.
13 minutes into the second half. Good work by Allegheny, getting in there, trying to shove. That was Shea again on the counter up.
No, 7, you came from the south.
Solid tackle by Dana Morgante. 25 meters away from Michigan. Just looking for that final piece of the puzzle, but it's coughed up, scooped up by Lombardi. And Allegheny back in possession. Still pinned in their own end. Haven't been able to find a great exit strategy. They'll just go with the power game and take it towards the midfield stripe. Back to Brown. The forward center of the pitch, and a big-time collision sends Vidakovic to the deck and jars it loose as well. And the physicality from Michigan starting to come into play, trying to get that ball back for their squad.
Well, watch that free play again. A lot of physicality from both sides. You need to take a minute, take a breather, gain both sides' composure. It's tough when you have an evenly matched teams and games, but that makes for very exciting rugby. And Michigan right now will have the ball feed the ball into the scrum. This could go either way right here as we head into the 55th minute of this women's consolidation match.
Up. And we got to be
Reset
stable
again there through Tom Foley. Back on that last hit. Just got to give a shout out again to Hallie the Hammer Kettler, who came in, number 5, made the tackle, somehow ripped it out of there as well, caused the knock on, and got her team back in possession. She has been a driving force here in the second half. Still no points on the board for Michigan. Scored just before the break, but last 15 minutes, Allegheny with the pressure, and now they've earned themselves the penalty. Bodies popping up there for Michigan, and the penalty earned for Allegheny.
Set up, Allegheny, let's go!
They'll take a minute right here to set up work there. Communication, and Allegheny will be on the offense.
Big tap by Pitliongas gets us going. Alyssa Lombardi surges forward into contact. The left-hand side. We're through Steele, that's going to be Shea. Breaks into over the 22-meter line, and here is the game breaker. Patino over the line and in for her second try. Great work from Allegheny. That's back-to-back and gives them their biggest lead of the match.
Allegheny, Ciara Patinos, she's been fantastic today. Let's watch that again. It was great communication from their back line. We're 25, working her magic and getting down the line. And Michigan, their defense is there, but you can't get past that fullback, Ciara Patinos. Malvern, Pennsylvania native, hails from Colgate University, playing rugby for 14 years, and you can see that experience. You can't teach that fullback position quite. You can teach it, but it's a natural position, and you can see right there that she has that natural ability. She's very smart. She's great on the tee, as she's been their main kicker. And we'll watch her. She takes her own conversion. Couldn't quite tell if that was good or not.
I don't think it was able to make it through, just off the left, so 2 for 4 on the day there for Patinos. And as you mentioned, just always around the ball, playing that fullback position, kind of floating around, but then perfectly in play there on the support line, on the back end. As soon as they're able to get the big game break there from Christine Shea out of the Pittsburgh Forge, Patinos is right there to finish it off. So almost midway through this one, 2 tries to 0 here in the second half for Allegheny. as Michigan will look at their wounds and try to send this one back. They had them pinned in for a good 15 minutes there, but just were unable to get any points up on the board. A little bit of backspin sends this one retreating away from the 10-meter line. So we will come back and have a scrum center for Allegheny.
Yes, they have. It looks like Allegheny has been maintaining possession on the offensive side this half. Michigan is a strong, powerful team. They have a strong scrum right here. They're going to want to just take a minute to slow down and play their own rugby. They're very strong, and they need to gain a little bit more confidence to get some points on the board for them in this half. But Allegheny will take the lead on this scrum.
Their strong surge that time, and off of the scrum, they continue to pound their way forwards. Great work from Patinos to be able to come up and receive that one. Jess Brown started the whole thing. She gets this one, and she'll kick it up over the top, look for a little bit of space.
Retreat, ball, retreat, ball, retreat,
right
ball.
there with Shemek, and she's going to pound this one back down the opposite side of the pitch. Allegheny, options here. They'll take it into contact. Good tackle there from Salter Sheridan. Slow things down for Allegheny. Thought about coming here to the near side. He decided to go out to the left into contact, sending in Vidakovic. Center of the pitch had numbers there, but this one gets tapped forwards. A little bit of miscommunication there as Leah Palmisano knocked it on and will give Michigan another opportunity. Again, only 20 minutes in the book, still plenty of time for Michigan to come back in this one, Katie.
That there is. Michigan is going to want to take advantage right there of this opportunity. Like we've been seeing from this half, Allegheny has been on the offensive, but right here, Michigan has the opportunity to take advantage of this and get a little bit more time on the offensive side in this half.
Substitutions in from both sides. They'll take it weak here through Stanton with the offload, but a big-time tackle jars that one loose, forces the knock-on, and Allegheny are again more than ready to come up and make the hit. That time it was Christine O'Shea there from the open side flanker position laying the wood.
Great work by Allegheny. You can feel their confidence surging. Lots of smiles right there in that scrum. Those forwards are working very hard. We've had a lot of scrums in this game so far, but they're ready and they are working.
Continue to hold firm in the back of the scrum. Good pressure from the opposing scrum half. But Allegheny still retains possession. Over the midfield stripe they come. Strong work on the counter ruck, but got in, hands in, and tried to slap that one away from the opposing scrum half, but Foley's actually going to give the penalty here for obstruction. So Michigan able to make something out of nothing there, and they're back on the front foot with the attack.
And we'll watch this replay again. Strong tackle by Michigan, and you can see that ball was just tapped out of her hand. Oh, and you can see a hair pull right there from Michigan, but we're quick back into the play.
Couple of big hits as the physicality really starting to get ratcheted up here. The counter ruck's coming from Michigan. That ball is available and out, and they will slam her back to deck.
Offside, the ball was not out.
Offside, a little too aggressive that time, and they'll get dinged for it. Ellen McCamick, number 18, will have to have her team retreat back.
Allegheny is in their own half, but strong kicker from their fly half as she'll try to get it down the line, and it will be Allegheny's line out.
Gotta love the intensity that Michigan has shown here in the second half. They just haven't been able to find that spark. I do think that one of their previous try scorers, Erin Kongastik, is off of the pitch. And she was really the big force smashing into the teeth of the defense We'll look for another spark here in the second half. Final 18 minutes of this match. This one goes over the top, secured in the back by Allegheny. Good work by Palmisano to get over the top of it. Charging run from Lebron gets things moving, but that pass is a little bit errant. They'll have to retreat and come back to it. Pridgeon take this one into contact. Good work dragging defenders with her. Still inside their own 10-meter line. Through the hands, Pat Leongas sends it out. Possibly knocked on. No, referee says play on. Into Lombardi. Allegheny just going to need to play a little bit cleaner. Be able to secure this lead up by 14.
We're just going to stop.
We've got a player down, so we'll slow this one down a bit. And we thank you for joining us wherever you may be watching this one. We've still got 2 more matches on the docket here for Field 1, as the championship round of matches will start here in just a few moments on Field 1 as well.
Okay, here we go.
Time is off. A 14-point lead here for Allegheny. And Katie, we'll see if Michigan, they just have not been able to get anything on the board. They scored right at the end of the first half, but this defense for Allegheny has been outstanding here in the second.
That they have. Allegheny has really taken advantage of these opportunities. They're gaining a lot of momentum. They're confident. They're excited. Michigan looks a little tired. They were pretty dominant in the first half, but the second half, Allegheny has been the more dominant side.
Just have not been able to find the response that they had there in the first half. Take a hard line into the teeth of the defense. Caroline Pridgeon of the Pittsburgh Forge sends them in front of the gain line. Now they'll look for some space back here on the near side. Into contact, but it's a good tackle out there by Maddie Miller. Great work from Allegheny to keep that line break moving. A strong tackle in the center of the pitch by the hammer, Kettler. Space on the outside. Nice little pop pass to find Broach at full speed into contact, but left it on the deck. Knocked it on, and a scrum advantage being played here for Michigan. They'll take it into the defense.
Tackle.
Strong run from McQueen. Lovingly nicknamed Dad out there. Here's the chip over the top, looking for a little bit of space. Strong kick from Shemek. We saw a lot of that in the first half from her, but a nice little move on the outside opens it up for Allegheny. Around the corner they come, but just steps on the line. Emery Etheridge could not take it the distance, but we see that speed that she has coming in for the impact sub.
That's tough, and I love to see the camaraderie right there. Michigan helping Allegheny up right there. That's the best part about rugby, is the camaraderie from both sides. Allegheny 15, she just stepped out just a little bit. That's a tough one. But Michigan are looking for a momentum spark. They'll have this line out right here. They need to play in the right parts of their field. They are in their own half.
Scrum down. Scrum.
Line out will be not straight, so it will be a scrum towards Allegheny. Michigan just have to slow the tempo down a little bit, but Allegheny have the tempo. They're very quick, and they're confident. I can see that confidence coming from Allegheny.
No, stop dancing.
And it's very exciting. It's an exciting game to watch. Even though the score is up a little bit on Allegheny's side, it's still a pretty good even match between the two. So we could see the momentum shift.
Leonga steps into that scrum half roll, but it's taken away as they try to work it through the hands. Lauren Boots Peeler rips it out of there, eventually coughs it up though. It really has been the name of the game so far in the second half for Michigan, Katie, as they just have not been able to string enough phases together to fully progress their way down the pitch and pound in the response they need.
Yes, you're very right. And we've only seen a couple phases her play from Michigan's side. Allegheny's defense is very strong. Love to see it. Love to see a strong defense. And Allegheny will have this scrum.
Early drive on green, early drive.
So the free kick's going to be given to Michigan. This might be the spark they need. They'll go with the quick tap. And here comes McCalmont sprinting into the defense. 1, 2, 3 defenders finally bring her down right at the 22-meter line. Surge again. It'll be Shemek. Dishes it off here to Peeler. Tries to get around the corner. Little offload. Finds the space on the outside. And it's Maddie Miller who slams it home for the try for Michigan. And they are right back into this match.
That was a great try. Number 19 is Natalie Bubbles is her nickname. And she's high energy. She came on, has a high impact reserve, and that's what those reserves are for. They're waiting for their opportunity. You can see Michigan's strength right here. This will be awesome momentum shift for them. We can hope that they can keep getting points on the board. But this will be a great confidence boost for both teams. Maddie Miller, number 18. Great work ethic from her when she came off the bench. She has high energy, great tempo, great momentum. That will be great confidence boost for Michigan.
Just the response they needed. Kick again off the mark, no good. 0 for 3 on the conversion, so down by 9. Those 2 kicks from the fullback Patinos that have them ahead by the 2-score lead. With about 11 minutes left to go, we're going to need to see that intensity still ratcheted up for Michigan. They'll need a couple of tries. They want to take the lead and take home the Cup consolation match. Kick here.
Score.
Kick for Allegheny. Sends this one back deep, and Michigan's not going to waste any time with it. They'll send it back. Ping pong game. So kick it. Here comes Shemek. Center of the pitch. They'll look to find some space on the far side off the counterattack. Through the hands of Bird. This one banged around a little bit. Eventually knocked on, though, by Allegheny.
Scrum down.
A little bit off that knock. A little risky there. Might have had the intentional knock as they look to break on the outside, Katie.
Yes, watch that replay right there. Oh, it almost does look like a little bit of an intentional knock. That's a tough one. Allegheny, just both teams
could just slow it down just a little bit, gain some composure, collection, play each team's own brand of rugby.
Set.
Put into the
Michigan
scrum.
will have the scrum.
From Stanton. Through the hands they come. Looping pass, gets it back here to Shemek, but a huge collision center of the pitch, jars it loose. And now here come Allegheny. Find a little pass to the outside, already with one on the day. Amari Etheridge comes around the corner and gets it. Excuse me, that will be her first try of the match. But it's Allegheny with the response to get 5 more on the board and extend the lead.
That was great work ethic right there from Allegheny. Ronnie Marino from Hills from Pittsburgh. Apologize. We'll watch this again. Quick pick up from 23 to 11. Ronnie Mariano, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. As she touches it down, she was able to get it right in the middle of those uprights. And ref having some words. It's great. It's wonderful. The wonderful part about rugby is there's a lot of communication. You can talk to the referees. The referees are there to keep the game safe, but also to teach. Everything it's a learning experience from every single person on that pitch. All 30 players plus the referee. There's always something to learn in rugby, and the referees are there leading the charge, and it's a lot about respect, and I love the communication, camaraderie, and respect from all 31 people on the field.
Allegheny gets the response that they needed to hang on to this lead. With that kick, they're able to extend it now a 16-point lead. So a 3-possession game here for Allegheny in the waning minutes. 7 minutes left to go. Got to give a shout out to Carolyn Pridgeon, number 23. She was the one that played havoc on the back end and got them on the front foot. And yet again, it's another strong run coming through. That's Katie Broach out of the Rochester Renegades. Power still on here on the outside. That's Pitt Leongas from the scrum half position, picking and going, and surging her team forward closer to that 22-meter line. All trickles out of there. We're going to have a penalty in, not rolling away the call, and Michigan will have the penalty.
Michigan, we've seen their strength. They are powerful. Unfortunately, they're on the lower end of the score right now, but I want to see their spark come back. I feel like they've lost it just a little bit in this second half, but they definitely have spark in them. They just need a little bit more confidence to get rolling again. Allegheny has been so dominant this half. They have a lot of confidence. Let's see what Michigan can do as they will take this line out.
Fun tournament throughout the weekend, especially here in the Women's Cup division. We will have the Women's Cup final back on Field 1 at 1 p.m. as Carfu will take on Minnesota for the championship. Right on the line here in the consolation match, and Michigan trying to get this one through the hands, but we're going to come back to the original penalty. We'll actually have a free kick here as they did not match numbers in the lineout.
Numbers.
It will be Michigan's free kick right there. And we'll see what scrum half Stephanie Ratch-Granton can do with this ball. Is she going to quick tap after her strong offensive forwards right there? We're starting to see their spark come back.
The line out just hasn't really been there for them, so the quick taps has been the better option. Into contact this time, they'll flip it back outside. McCalmont, number 18, trying to run the show there. Slow it down, a pick and go off the back. 25 meters out now, under 4 minutes left to play.
Out of there, 19 out. 19.
Their strong run, better stuff from Michigan as they're able to retain possession. Now for the third phase in a row.
Cannot pull her out.
The penalty is going to be given. Pulling the players out of the ruck, so an option here for Michigan, but they'll slow it down a little bit, Katie.
Going out of the ruck.
That they will. And they are right past their opposition's 22, or just about to gain into it. They'll take the advantage with this quick tap, which they have been successful with.
Stanton sends it out to Charmaine McQueen, and McQueen surges forward. A couple of meters out to look for space on the near side of the pitch. Beautiful pass up over the top. Finds Maddie Miller on the outside, and Michigan
Winger is offside.
with another try. No, try off the board. We had offsides. The call was on there as they could not bring it down for the score. Quick tap here coming from Shemek. Sends it off to the right-hand side. Into contact goes Emily Van Dyke. She stood up. There's the tackle, and they're able to come through and secure it with the ruck. Off to the right again. Shemek Going to try and take this into the teeth of the defense, but it's a great tackle there. Chris Rohan, I believe, getting involved on the defensive end, and Allegheny rips it out of there as well. 3 minutes left to play in this Women's Cup consolation match. Allegheny just need to milk the clock from here. Strong take on the far side. Slow it down a little bit, and then a little chip kick over the top here for Jess Brown. Gets behind the defense, forces the retreat, and that kick comes perfectly to fruition, gives them some breathing room, and lets that time trickle off the clock.
Yes, we're seeing a lot of excitement. We're seeing fast pace, and you can see the strength of Allegheny's defense. They've been very strong on defense this whole entire game. Strong on offense as well. Defense is definitely a big strength of theirs, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Michigan sets up for the line out, looking to tack one more try up on the board. Again, the not straight call. Some unfortunate stuff there for Michigan. They'll have the turnover, and Allegheny will look to let that clock tick down as much as possible. No more pace here for Allegheny, as they are just a couple of minutes away from earning themselves the Cup Consolation Final.
Coach! Exciting match right here.
In and out they come through the reserve scrum half, Pitliungus. She's going to take this one herself. Finally dishes it off, trying to get around this surging Michigan defense who came up and tried to play havoc. But the ladies in green are working it around beautifully. Space again here, back to the near side. Amari Etheridge already with one try, and she's got the speed to make it the double. Great work, and all Allegheny here in the second half.
Great work right there by Allegheny, and second try scored for Allegheny's wing. Amari Etheridge, she's quick in that red scrum half. Take a little breather. She's very fast. Allegheny is excited. They only have about 30 seconds on the clock left. Let's watch this replay again. We talked about their defense is strong, but look at that offense. She's able to just get past those defenders right there, and she's wide open.
Way to go,
on offense.
Way to go!
Get past quite a few defenders right there. Didn't even need a lot of quick steps or quick shifts. She was able to touch it down for another 5 points.
Shout out to Chris Rohan, who was able to get that final offload and spring Etheridge free for the try. This one off the post, no good, and that will do it. Allegheny just too strong in the second half, and they are going to come away with your 2026 Cup Consolation Championship. 36-15 your score, and we will step aside again. We still have 2 more matches on field 2 to come. And so for Katie Charette up here in the booth in this next level rugby production, I'm Tim Wilkes saying so long. We've still got plenty more here on your Sunday afternoon.
Wonderful. It was, but Allegheny came out on top. See their smiles, gaining confidence. They had a lot of confidence. Quick, they were strong on defense, and they were clearly very strong on offense, ending up with the 36 points over 15 for Michigan.
And we thank you for joining us. We'll be back with more rugby when we return here live on the Midwest Rugby Union YouTube page.
Most girls are smart and strong and beautiful. Most girls work hard, go far, we are unstoppable. Most girls are fighting